Now today, I'm 99% sure that if you sin, a line's probably not going to kill you. But much more serious, we have bigger things to worry about. If we sin today in our life and we don't want to make it right and we don't make it right, well, we have to worry about spiritual death. We have to worry about losing our soul for an eternity, all because we were too selfish to make it right and serve God in this opportunity of life that He's giving us. I also think another point to be made out of the story is the fact that when we sin, there's no one to blame but ourselves. The young prophet had a pretty good excuse, if we're going to talk about the realm of excuses. You know, he has the excuse of this older prophet came and he lied to me and told me that he had seen an angel and heard a message from God. But you know, there was no blaming in the story, none that we read of. The young prophet did what he did and he was punished for it, and there was no one else to blame. He couldn't blame the old prophet. He couldn't blame the two brothers that went and told their father what had happened. He couldn't blame Jeroboam for being the reason he ever went to Bethel in the first place. There was no one else to blame except himself. And when I sin today, it's not my wife's fault, it's not my child's fault, it's not my coworker's fault, it's not my friend's fault, it's nobody's fault but my own. And the same applies to you today. Sin always has consequences, and it always brings about some sort of consequence. Like I said, it's a little bit odd. If we were to keep reading further, the old prophet goes through this mourning process, and he ends up burying the young prophet, and he tells his sons that when I die, I want to be buried with this young man. I feel like there's a lot of irony when the old prophet is riding up on his donkey, and he sees the young prophet laying here, dead, and then he sees a lion standing there, hadn't harmed the body any more than he had to, and then you have a donkey standing beside the lion, and the lion isn't touching either one of them. You have an obedient animal standing there, and then you have the prophet who had free will to choose how he wanted to, lying dead on the ground for being disobedient. I feel like there's some irony and some symbolism in that.